Hurricane Harvey brought terrible destruction, but it also brought out the best in humanity.
As former presidents, we wanted to help our fellow Americans begin to recover.
Our friends in Texas, including Presidents Bush 41 and 43, are doing just that.
People are hurting down here, but as one Texan put it, we've got more love in Texas than water.
We love you, Texas.
All 5 living former U.S. presidents have joined together to launch One America Appeal, an initiative that will raise funds for the victims of the hurricanes that hurt so many Americans. Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. While you didn't see President Trump in that public service announcement, he is lending his efforts to the relief efforts. Trump will travel to Puerto Rico on Tuesday and has just lifted a nearly 100-year-old shipping restriction that will allow food, water, and supplies to be delivered to the storm-ravaged island. With catastrophic damages, any and all aid cannot come soon enough. Recently, I sat down with Latino actor and comedian John Leguizamo and asked him for his take on the crisis.
Oh, it's such a tragedy. I mean, every time I see footage, it's frightening. It makes you well up. I think it's shameful how little we're doing, and FEMA's not doing enough. The food can't get to people. There's not enough money to get the food to. And the supplies to people is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, these are American citizens. 400,000 Latinos fought in World War II. Most of them Puerto Ricans. They're American citizens. Treat them as such, mm-hmm. with the respect that's due them. I'm doing everything I can, donating my own personal money, as everyone is and should, and doing PSAs with Avram Ludwig, a producer, and Doug Lyman, where mm-hmm. we're trying to buy 2,000 solar panels to take to Puerto Rico right away, so people can communicate with others and family members and maybe get things they need and use their computers.
That actually sounds like a lovely idea, because at least this way, as the rebuilding starts, it can actually push them further, because as I understood, there was so many problems.
I mean, the electricity's not going to come back for such a long, long time. I mean, they need their electricity. You can use it maybe for hospitals, for people who have needs that need electronics, and hopefully this will do something immediately.
All right, well, pivoting a little bit, because I do follow you on Twitter, and you're a very vocal person. You were actually just recently tweeting your enthusiastic support for the Dallas Cowboys all choosing to take a knee before the game.
How beautiful is that? I mean, how can you be against people doing the most beautiful, passive, peaceful protest, just being on your knee? They're not being disrespectful. Being on your knee is a respectful gesture. It's a genuflect that you do before you pray, before you go into church. And this is their protest against inequality towards people of color. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And the fact that owners are standing up or taking a knee with their players, it just gives me so much heart and courage to go, oh my God, it's not the 60s. We're better than that. We still got a long way to go, but we made some strides where back then, I don't think any owners or coaches would have stood with their players.
Even so much as a year ago, that would have been surprising to see that owners stepping up, because the controversy seems to have moved so quickly, especially once the president inserted himself into the situation. Are you at least happy that the president has now said that he's going to be going to Puerto Rico next week?
Yes, I mean, it's a little late. I mean, in the game, I mean, these people are living underwater. Their houses are ruined. Their crops are destroyed. But yes, I'm glad he's going, hopefully with a lot of help and a lot of money, not just a big show for social media.
Okay. With all of that, then, I do want to take that and then turn to this play
this
hilarious play.
Entertainment, yeah.
But it actually, I think it is a nice pivot, because one of the things that I find so interesting in, especially your commentary with a lot of these social issues going on, is the importance of visibility of Latin people in America and the world, period. And so tell me a little bit about how this play came about, because visibility was a big part of it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I just feel like Latin contributions have either been erased or just absent, but it's a damage. It's a huge damage, and it makes Latin people very vulnerable in this country to abuse, to attack, to sort of disrespect. And what it started was my son was being bullied at school racially, and I was like, wait a minute, he's in a private school. We live in the Gold Coast. Yes, I'm bougie. And I'm wondering, wait a minute, I work really hard to be respectable. How is it that my son is going through the same racial rite of passage that I had to go through? And so I started doing research because I wanted to empower my son to have the words and the facts to defend himself verbally. Because, you know, I think, you know, violence is the lowest form of communication, and I just think words are the most peaceful and powerful form. So I wanted to give him those words. So I started doing research, and I started to feel like, wait a minute, I'm the one that's being empowered. I'm the one whose self-worth is being healed, you know, as my son's, and that's became the genesis for the play.
Well, what was that like, that process of realizing how much of your own history you didn't know?
It's a weird process because I start to read that 10,000 Latin people participated in the American Revolution, that Cuban women in Virginia sold their jewelry to feed the patriots. Latin General Bernardo Galvez gave $70,000 worth of arms to George Washington. So we're sons and daughters of the American Revolution. We financed it. 10,000 Latin people, Venezuelans, Cubans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans fought in the American Revolution. And yet, where are these facts? I mean, there's only one place they're going to be.
Well, that's interesting that you bring up all those different nationalities, because one of the things that has come up, I've heard during the last presidential campaign, is that the Latin diaspora is such a broad and vast group of people. Like, you can't lump everybody under one Latin. So how do you begin to, like, I mean, you're talking about 3 different continents in your play and 3,000 years. How do you touch on all of that?
Well, you know, I got 90 minutes to get it in there. Luckily, I talk quickly because I'm a New Yorker. So, but yeah, I talk about the Aztecs, the Incas, the Taínos. I talk about the American Revolution, the Civil War, because we had 20,000 Latin people fought in the Civil War. Half of them on the wrong side. You know, we Latin people will go wherever they pay us. You know how we do. And we had this amazing woman, Loretta Velasquez, who fought as a man, the first military American cross-dresser that I know of. Fought in the battles of Shiloh, Bull Run, and Ball's Bluff. Sorry, the pun. And she fought in the war as a man. And we had America's first general, David Farragut, Admiral, sorry. And so I put all these facts in there, and World War II and World War I, and a few others. And that's all I can squeeze. But, you know, hopefully I can write a textbook or something afterwards.
And do you, I mean, if you did write a textbook or something, I'm sure kids would love to read it.
I'm hoping. I got to deal with Abrams to write a Latin history for people with short attention spans.
I'm wondering what it is that you want the audience who goes to see Broadway to take away from this. Because sometimes this is, I've seen a couple of your plays, and sometimes there are the brown faces in the audience, not always. So what do you want the Broadway audience to take away?
Well, I think we're going to go through a vast amounts of emotion. We're going to be angry, we're going to be sad, and we're going to laugh out loud at the ridiculousness of humanity. And I think that's what I want people to walk out going, God, we're all the same. Regardless of our color, our ethnic group, the languages, our accents, we're all flesh and blood people, and we all feel the same way. We all experience life the same way, and we're all really one. Let's bond over this and help each other. I mean, that's the feeling, the takeaway that I want people to walk away with, and then wanting to study Latin history, the contributions that were erased from history textbooks that need to be in there so that Latin people can feel self-worth, all our kids, the almost 70 million of us.
Well, interesting that you speak of the kids, because I also read a recent piece that you had written where you were talking about the erasure of Latin contributions and Latin history and even Latin presence in the American landscape period. Does this help change that tide? Do you feel like that? Or do you feel like just because the numbers are on your side that that'll just eventually happen?
I'm hoping that this will trigger it a little sooner. I don't want to wait till we're like half the population, because that may not be till 2050, 2060, 2070. I can't wait that long because I may not be around. So I want to see it happen during my lifetime. And I'm hoping, you know, I feel like my show, because I travel around for 4 years around the country with it, has started these conversations about our contributions and the importance of them being put back into history, into the Discovery Channel, History Channel, Ken Burns documentaries. They're important. They're part of American history. They're not just Latin history. They're part of American history.
All right, so listen, John Leguizamo, I want to thank you so much for sitting down. It was really a great pleasure.
Great talking to you.
And of course, thank you.